Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for attending our webinar. As my colleague has presented me, I'm Jose Maria Delgado, and I belong to the Fuji Electric Europe HMI department, being the product manager of the product for the last 4 or 5 years. Previously, in my first 9 years at Fuji Electric Europe, I was the responsible for the technical support of the product. And around five years ago, my colleague Gustavo Martinez, who is also taking part in this webinar, took responsibility of the technical issues. So therefore, I was moved to the sales, the dark side of sales. Okay, today's topic is the presentation of our Fuji Electric Monitouch V9 Hygiene series. Okay, before just jumping into discussion, I would like to inform that we have a private chat, as Julia has explained, and you can tell us different things like if the voice is clear or not, if we are talking too loud, and then we will try to manage your request as soon as possible. As Julia has explained, by the end of the webinar, there will be a time also for putting some questions. We will try to answer all the questions online, but the ones that we can not reply, we will answer you by email as soon as possible. Okay, so let's get started. We have around 20-25 minutes, and we think we are picking up an interesting topic today. As you know, the current situation is a hard one. We have been facing a tough situation in the last 7-8 months, and even things are still uncertain and unclear. But we hope that we could soon overcome this period. The cleaning and disinfection is a must in many systems, but nowadays, due to the situation, it has become more and more important. At Fuji Electric Europe, we have the right and unique product to keep the highest degree of cleaning, which can prevent any accumulation of dirt, grease, bacteria on it. And this is our V9 Hygiene series HMI. With this product that can be installed at any system, we can keep the maximum degree of protection thanks to its ability to be placed under a glass panel. Okay. So let's check what our V9 can do to help customers in search of the best hygienic system. I'd like to give a brief outline of today's presentation. This webinar is going to have 3 blocks. In those 3 blocks, we will show what our V9 Hygiene series is and how it can perform at any system. In the first block, I'm going to make a fast description of what is our V9 Hygiene series HMI. Then the second block contains a nice and short video that my colleague Gustavo prepared for today's webinar. And in this video, we will see a real V9 in a demo bench and how it performs, and to give you an idea of how it can be installed as well. And in the last block, we will see a real success story that we have with our V9 Hygiene series. Okay. So the first point in the V9 description is the hardware solution that we offer. Of course, there is a challenge in certain environments when it is necessary and it's needed to ensure a big hygienic quality of a panel surface. The most important thing in this system is to try to avoid any accumulation of different particles of dust or grease or any bacteria that it is normally placed in any crevice or gap in the device. As you can see in this slide, in the pictures, with the standard HMI, these particles usually accumulate in the gaps where the HMI meets the cutout, okay, of the cabinet. So what is the key point of our solution? The key point is to make our HMI as protected as possible against these particles. So in order to prevent the accumulation of undesired substances, we have designed the Monitouch V9 Hygiene series. This HMI, as you can see in the picture, can work behind a glass panel of a 4 millimeter maximum thickness. That means that the HMI can be installed behind the glass in direct contact with it, and the user can touch the display. The touch will respond even through the piece of glass as if it was a standard HMI. This is thanks to the special capacitive technology that our colleagues developed in Japan. Okay. So once we know what we offer about hardware, our hardware solution, let's see the benefits that it brings to the customer. The benefits we have by using our HMI is that we can install our HMI in any machine, and we can maintain a hygienic environment because we create a flat, seamless surface in the panel, and this prevents any accumulation of particles on it. We also improve the environmental protection, and that means that once covered with the glass, the HMI is resistant to any damage that a cleaning product or a high pressure water can do when cleaning or when washing the machine. And last but not least, we offer a customer the possibility to make a contemporary and modern design of the machine. And this is why, because this is something that the HMI is integrated into the machine. It's placed inside the machine, so the customer does not need to make a cutout, and it can make a more accurate and flat design of the system. Okay, so this is all for hardware, but of course it is not the only thing we can offer with our V9 Hygiene solution. We have also big tools when talking about software. In order to target the customers which can be interested in our solution, we usually point out at 5 important features that can be used together in applications in sectors like pharma, medical, food, etc. The functions I'm talking about are the user access control, used together normally with the password management, so we can control the access of any person at the system. We can offer also an audit trail. That means that we can register all the operations that are performed in the HMI. And we can also create a report of any machine cycle, or we can create a daily report, and even we can print it. Okay, all these functionalities will be explained in detail later in our case study by Gustavo. But not only we can offer these dedicated features. Apart from those ones we have mentioned right now, there are other useful and powerful functions that can give a plus in our offer to the customer. As you already know, or most of you already know, one of our strongest points is the huge connectivity. We can establish connection with many devices, many industry PLC, drives, and controllers. In fact, if I remember well, our list is around 400 different protocols. So it gives the opportunity to install our HMI at any system. In addition, we have solution for remote control. Most of you already know that we can offer VPN connectivity included in our HMI, and it makes possible the remote and secure access to the panel from everywhere. Then we have other features like BNC connectivity or our data transfer service. It makes our V9 Hygiene an unbeatable solution at every system. Some of these functions will be also explained in our case study later. So after we have seen what we can offer, talking about hardware and software, I would like to show a nice video that my colleague Gustavo prepared, because we wanted to show you how our V9 can perform in a real situation. Of course, it is a demo that we have in our office, but I think it will give you the idea of what is the real product. Okay. I think you can enjoy the video. As you can see here, we prepared a demo case. This demo case is equipped with a 4mm glass panel, and we attach the panel with the help of an aluminum frame. And we can see now that the panel is reacting very fast, as if it was a standard HMI. As if it was a standard HMI with a typical cutout. The main point is to mount the HMI in direct contact with the glass. Like this, the HMI is using the capacitive technology to recognize the touch. It's a very easy installation. Of course, the customer must think how to install, because every customer machine is different. You can see now that even with gloves, the reaction is the same as if it was with the bare hand. It's a very fast reaction. As I was saying, the key point is to mount the HMI in direct contact with the glass panel to make sure that the 4mm distance is accomplished at every point of the surface. Now, as you can see, we see that the HMI is responding even with wet hand gloves. This is because we wanted to try and show this, because, as you know, in many of the applications, the operator has to wash some part of the machine, and of course some drops are still on the gloves. So that was all for the video. Sorry. So we just wanted to show the real product. We wanted not only to show slides, but also the real product and show you how it works. So now we are going to see the lineup of what models, what are the available models we have. Right now, we have 3 different models. We have 2 models in 7-inch wide size, display size, and 1 model in 10-inch wide display size. Okay. Of course, all the models are using capacitive technology, capacitive touch. And the main difference among the models is that 2 of them have 2 LAN ports, and 1 of them has only 1 LAN port. Okay, so in the 7-inch range, the first model only have 1 LAN port, and then there is another model with 2 LAN ports with 7-inch, and in the case of the 10-inch model, we have 2 LAN ports. And this is the main difference. I mean, all the models have all the features described before. The ones that you already know, our V9 standard range, I have to say that all these models have the same abilities, the same features, and the software to program it is the same, our BSFT6 software editor. Okay. So now we are going to take a look at our case study. For this section, we have Gustavo. As you know, he's our technical expert. He's a great expert and investigator of our product. And I have to say that he was involved in, of course, was and is involved in our case study. We are supporting the customer that is using our HMI, and he will explain the application with better technical knowledge than I can. Okay, so please, Gustavo, you can explain the people how we get this customer and how was our success story.
Okay, hello everyone, and thank you, Chema, for introducing me. I'm going to show you a case study. Okay, the case I'm going to explain is related to one of our best customers in Europe. This customer is building up complete solutions for healthcare applications, mainly sterilizers. Okay, so which were their needs? The customer need to redesign their machines, and they were looking for an HMI which could work behind the glass. This need mainly was because they were looking to improve the cleaning of the system. Then to build up an HMI behind a glass was very important for them, because the cleaning process is very easy in this way. So what we offered our V9 Hygiene series because thanks to its capacitive touch, it can work under a 4mm glass panel. At the same time, we could offer all the features that they need for the hospital solutions, like users management, like Chema explained it before, audit trail to log all the operations performed in the machine, reports, and so on. So finally, we could convince the customer by following the request and also covering all the PLC communications that they need, and also offering interesting additional functions. Okay, I will try to explain you the main points for the customers related to the V9 Hygiene. First, technology, the touch under glass. This was the first main point for them. As I said, to improve the cleaning of the system was a must for them. The second point, the system control and lock. Okay, user management was important just to allow operators to perform certain operations or not, and also the audit trail to log every operation that in case of failure or in case of inspection, they can check this log to see which operator and which operation were done in the system. The third point was the reports and also the possibility to print them. So the ability to create daily reports or cycle reports and to save them as a PDF file or to print out them in I don't know, USB printer or Ethernet printer was also important because they have to prove that the cycle was done in certain conditions. And in addition to these 3 points, the connectivity, I would say connectivity instead of others, because as you can see, all these the points here in the slide are related to connectivity. So the VPN, the VNC, and the data transfer service that I'm going to explain a bit in detail later were also an important point for them. So the first point, as I said, was technology. The V9 Hygiene series was designed to perform under a glass up to 4 millimeters of thickness. In this way, the cleaning process is very easy. Okay, we can wash the system with some chemical products, steam, water pressure, etc. System control and log, as I said before. With the V9 Hygiene, is it possible to register different users and passwords directly on the HMI? So we don't need a PC to perform this function. We can register up to 16 different levels, and also an autolog function is available, which prevents unauthorized access to the system. But additionally to the users, there was a need to register the operations. As I said before. Sorry. So with the audit trail, as you can see in these images, they are like an example. We can log all the operations that have been performed in the HMI, with which operator at what time, what he did, etc. This is very important in many industries like pharmaceutical or medical industries, just to have a report of what has been done in the system. Report and printing. As I said, the ability to create a report that explains how the system is working, how the cycle perform in the machine is a main point for this customer. So they need to create a report of each cycle, as they are sterilizing materials for hospitals. They need to prove that the sterilizing process is going well. So in this case, to create a report is a must for them. Apart from the report, we with the V9 Hygiene series, we have the ability to save this report as a PDF file. In this case, we can have a USB memory or a SD card in the V9 and store all these reports as a PDF file. And in addition, we can always print this report as needed. So in this case, the customer is printing the report at each cycle. So then they can give the report to the right operator when the sterilizing cycle is done. And finally, the last main points were the others, but as I said, I would say in general connectivity. So the VPN was crucial for them because with the VPN we can connect to the system from remote. So to have the ability to assist the customer, the end customer, when they have a problem to make remote maintenance or some checkings in the systems without traveling to the site or so on, I think it's important. And in this case, the customer is using this solution not only for remote maintenance, also for remote control or remote operation. In combination with the VNC server and the VPN, we can also control the HMI from remote, and this allows us to perform operations without being in front of the machine. Also, the third point that was important for the customer is that the system consists of many devices, not only the HMI, and the HMI has to be able to connect to these devices. So in this case, they have Siemens S7 PLC and also other Modbus devices that they need to communicate with the HMI. So in this case, with the V9 Hygiene, we could establish connectivity with this Siemens S7 PLC and also the Modbus devices. And the last point that was important for the customer is the data transfer service. As we have seen with the reports, the V9 can store PDF files in the SD card, for example, but also can create CSV file with value processes or other data that we want to store in the HMI. Once these files are stored in the HMI, we can automatically send them to any server. So it's not needed to be in front of the HMI in order to get the SD card and to copy the files to some PC, to any PC. So in this case, the HMI by itself can send the files to an FTP server automatically. Then the customer can get all the files from all the machines in the world in the same server in order to check operability or anything. Okay. Okay, that's all from my side. Now Chema is going to summarize and close the webinar. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Okay, thanks, Gustavo, for the nice explanation. We are just about 5 minutes to finish. So before going to the questions and answers section, I would like to emphasize the main points that we have been talking in the last 25-30 minutes. Okay. As we explained, the V9 Hygiene series is a Fuji Electric unique solution to maintain the highest degree of cleaning and disinfection in any system. Okay. As you have seen, the HMI can be used behind a glass panel we made a different test for this customer, and because the requirements were 4 millimeters, we adjust this maximum. And this is thanks to its capacitive touch technology. It's our Japanese colleague developed this capacitive touch technology, especially for the V9 Hygiene series. And it is not only a matter of technology, of capacitive touch, but we also offer a wide range of software functions. We have seen it in the case study, how the customer needed the password management, the audit trail, report, the connectivity. And this makes our V9 HMI the possibility to be installed in multiple applications in different sectors, like Gustavo has explained. In this case, we were into the medical sector, but we have other customers using it in the food, or some customer that is manufacturing industrial washing machines. Okay. Just to finish, I want to remind you that we have 2 available sizes with 7 or 10 inch wide display size, and 3 different models depending on the customer or machine requirements. Well, I think we already covered all the topics that we needed to share with you today. I just want to show you and tell you that we have a nice flyer which is going to be available very soon in our Fuji Electric Europe website. And it is a flyer that it's a very simple flyer, but it is describing our V9 Hygiene solution. And you can see some features and which are the available models. So now I just want to tell you that be calm, keep it hygienic,